Hi, in today's video, this video is a little bit different because it's a kind of a video where I show you my screen and I show you what I have done and why I want to share this with you. So first of all, it's a small project. So I'm Pierre, I'm a software engineer for now many years, and I love solving problems. I love what I do, first of all, but really solving problems and having impact. And this is exactly why I have built the project I will show it to you. The project is very simple, but it's not something basic. Basically, what I have done for the last 4 years, since 2020, I have been publishing at least one video on my YouTube channel, at least one. And it's kind of a storage place for me, so I store everything I say there. I speak in French, that's something you will understand after. I speak in French because it's my mother tongue, it's easier for me, and I speak about self-help, self-improvement, personal development, those kind of tips, you know. So I help people to have a better life, to improve their life, but I also speak about freelancing, about how to be a nomad, how to be independently, so geographically free, but also financially free. And then I thought, now I have a lot of videos where I speak about a lot of subjects. I have been writing as well, quite a lot. I love writing. I have published 2 books on Amazon like 4 or 5 years ago. And here I thought, what if I use the transcript of my videos, I convert them into a nice article. So removing the hello, how are you, and the goodbye, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. All of this I want to remove. So I want to polish all of my videos into nice, well-written articles in English because, of course, the English audience is much bigger than the French audience. And then publishing all of those articles automatically on a channel. The channel I have used for the moment is Medium. Medium API, they have an API. I don't know for how long they will still make the API public, available for anyone, because I think they want to retire the API soon, but at the moment it's still working. But from what I could read, and also from the official documentation, they don't maintain the API anymore. So it's now or never, but it's a nice way to publish very quickly articles. You can also submit images on the API. I wanted to do the same with Substack, but sadly at the moment, Substack is not offering an API. But you have different alternatives. ConvertKit, now they rebrand it as Kit only. They do have an API. I need to dig a little bit in there to know how easy it could be for me also to publish all of my videos basically into text and then to one of the channels. So it could be Kit as well. At the moment, it's only Medium. Substack, it's one I really wanted to. It's a little bit harder for the moment. I could use Behave, this one. Oops. That one, they do offer an API. I haven't tested it yet, so I need to test it. And now I will show you the kind of articles. So again, my videos are quite long, so usually I need to split for translating my videos. So first I get the transcript from YouTube v3 API, and then I ask OpenAI, in my case OpenAI, I could use Claude or Mistral or another similar API. I translate it, I ask to write a nice article to skip all of the hello, how are you, goodbye, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to go further, I also made a course for you. All of this I want to remove because even my course, my workshop I do offer in my videos, they are in French. So it's pointless if I keep them in the article. So I ask OpenAI to do that. Sometimes at the moment I haven't done it yet, but I believe I would have to use a splitter to split per chunk, per smaller size of chunk, because again, there's a limitation of tokens when you send it to OpenAI, for instance. So the articles I have written, that one I have done it by myself a long time ago, where there was no GPT-2, I think did exist at that time. I'm not too sure, but that's an article I have written by myself. But otherwise, this one, I mean, all of them are by myself, but from my videos. So what I say, it's from me, but now the transcript are being converted into nice articles. So again, like my values, basically what I want to share, my point of view, it's in the articles, in all articles. It's just that the articles have been like nicely rewritten. You will see in my script later on. Now we'll use the Unsplash API to add 2, 3 or more images. Oops, I want to unzoom here a little bit. So that's another one. Wonder why it doesn't want to unzoom. Oops. My bad. Sorry. All right. So yeah. Oops. Yeah. That's the one. That's another one. And so on. So you see, they are quite nice, well written. I have edited it only one, so all of the others are not edited. Again, this is from my videos, so this is why it doesn't look like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is just checking all of the spelling mistakes, typos, and making it more like a normal article and translating the speech, what I say from French to English, that's all. So I will show you this. I will make it available publicly soon. So that's my resume of what I have, done. Like for anyone who wants to set it up by themselves. And that's the dependencies, because I use Python Py. It's just easier to use a requirement txt file, and I will show you the main file, the Python file. So it's a little bit long, I have to admit, but I have like each function, I try to separate the logic into like really distinct and readable functions. So you have like 5, 7, let's see how many functions I have. Yeah, I have 15 functions. So this is why everything is easy to use. Now I didn't use a class or anything like that. It's just functional programming in Python. And I also use type hints. That's really nice with Python 3. So here I have a JSON file. I will show you the example one because the other one has confidential information. So basically you need the Medium access token available. Even though they plan to retire the API, you can still get a access token from Medium. Medium publication ID, if you want to publish it to a publication. I do have one, so this is why when you go in my Medium, I created this one. This is my publication. And that's all of those articles are the ones being created. I mean, all of them have been created by this script. Again, from my videos. So my YouTube channel ID, that's very simple. You can easily get your YouTube channel ID to retrieve the videos you want from your channel. Your API key, you need to create a new API key in your Google Console account, and then OpenAI key, Unsplash, and again the status, and then here the source language, because in the future maybe I have other YouTube channels where I speak in English and I might collect what I say there as well. So it might not only be French. So the source might change in the future. And here, if we quickly go there, I think I should install the Python community plugin. That will be easier. Let's just wait. So to be better to navigate in the file. Because I use WebStorm, so this is why it doesn't have Python by default. I think, let's see what it says. Okay. I just need to restart. Yeah, let's restart now. And let's wait. Otherwise, yeah, you also have, maybe you are familiar with PyCharm. This one has, of course, Python by default, PyCharm. But in my case, I use WebStorm. Beautiful. So now I will have to configure it, but at least it looks a bit nicer. And again, print. Yeah, I think it says unrelevant reference print. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm not too sure why it says this. Unresolved. Well, that's it. I believe I have to configure the interpreter because it doesn't look correct at all. Because this is working, absolutely working. So let's go to where I call the medium. So there, we are there. This is where I make the call to the medium API. And then, of course, it depends if you want to publish it to your user or not. So this is why I have a flag. And the flag is this one, post to publication or not. And if you look here I have this condition. So again, if we have the publication ID, and this is why I use the config.get, so that way, if it's not mentioned in there, if I don't mention this, it will be false by default, and it will not throw an error. This one, however, if it doesn't exist, it will throw an error from Python. But by using config get, it will just be null. Or here, the default value, which is false. All right, so we can see here, I'm sending to the publications, or else I will just use the user. And then I take my user ID and I send it this way. And you can easily check if you go to GitHub Medium API, and you have all of the spec there. Again, like I said, they archived the repository in 1 year ago, actually even 1.5 years ago, but the API is still working. So don't worry about it. And now I publish, of course, my new post, but the transcription is probably something you're interested to. So that I also save locally. So I know if for some reason the script will stop working, the previous posted articles will not again be posted, because it will check with the original title from the video if it does exist already or not. And I do the check here, check article exists. You see I have a function just for that check. It's really nice to do this. Like, a function should just do one thing. And when you refactor everything per function, per really small functions, like you have a lot of small functions and they all do only one thing, it's much easier after. Like, it's like Lego. You just use one function for this, one function for something else. And actually, I speak about it if you're interested too, about clean code and writing like maintainable and scalable software. I have I have a like GitHub book. And if we search for the one thing principle, and I think I speak about, or drop, oh no, you have this principle, drop till, from Uncle Bob, and that one thing extra till you drop. It's funny because I thought I did mention it there. No, apparently not. So you can also read his article here. And then yes, the one thing, I would just look if he speaks about, it's just funny that I didn't mention him. Let's see if I did mention his name at least. That's funny. I will edit the post later. Yeah. Maybe I didn't say it correctly. But yeah, anyway, so to go to the point, the one thing principle, it's a very important one. Like here, it's a non-readable function. And there, you can see everything has been split, refactored into their own function. And it's a really important principle. I suggest you to follow it. Splitting the code into small, readable functions and reusable portion of code will drastically improve your code's readability and eliminate the need to copy paste the same piece of code just because it hasn't been properly moved into reusable functions or classes. All right, so that's the API. So basically, and so when we go back here, we have, I'm checking if the article has been, if one of the titles, so the title of the video, that one doesn't change. If it does exist, I will just skip it because we are in a for loop. So I just use continue statement there. And if it's not the case, we can go here, get video transcript, and there it will get the transcript from the YouTube API. And finally, here, it will, that one will get the channels from the YouTube API. Also, I check that I don't want shorts. So this is why I check the duration to eliminate all of the shorts, like videos smaller or equal to 1 minute. Shorter or equal to 1 minute. Yeah. And then I also have one for the title, generate medium title. I use Markdown. And so I save it in an MD file. In here, that's for the images from Unsplash. And then, yeah, content format is Markdown. If you look at the API spec here, I should search for Markdown. You see content format, HTML, Markdown. So you can choose different ones. And that's why when I do a backup of all translated articles in here, save article locally, I save it into a MD file. And then that's the path. I make sure that it will also work on Windows, for instance. And then article successfully saved locally. I just print, that's for the log. So when you run it on your terminal, you see all of these. Here, that's a very important one. I don't want to be seen as a spammer. And, it's my articles. I have basically wrote them, with my videos, but it's nothing like spam. It's nothing, the articles are not made by OpenAI, by GPT, or by any AI, generative AI. It's from my videos. But still, when Medium receives a lot of requests to create new articles, they might see that as a bad thing. So what I do, I use the rate limiter from Python. They have a nice one. This one, it's a package. So if you go to here, it's that one. And they have a really nice, the version is 2.2.1. What they have, we will see just after. I'm just checking quickly the version. Or did they? Oh yeah, not sure why. Why didn't find it? That's funny. Oh yes, because I have a space. Yeah, funny. And so what I use is sleep and retry. And so it will just wait for 2 minutes here. So 120 seconds and one call. I could do like 2 calls every 2 minutes, but I decided to do only 1 call. Very simple. And it's really nice, you just use decorators here. Again, in Python, you have decorators. If you are familiar to Java, it's basically annotations. And then, I submit the article. You have to use the bearer token. So again, the token is the medium access token. It's static. It doesn't change. So that's pretty much all I wanted to share. You see, there is actually quite a lot, but not too much. some conditions, again, if you would like to see the prompt. So if I want to change to another YouTube channel, I have plenty of YouTube channels. I have one in English where I speak about programming actually. And in that one, I will just change the source to EN. And so it will check if the source is English, it will just be a little bit different. And yes, here, that prompt is mostly optimized for my own channel. I might move it elsewhere later on. I might just refactor that line. And then, yeah, title of the video, the transcript that I sent. Here, this is where I might use a splitter to split into smaller chunk sizes of maybe 2000 tokens only. And you send small chunks to OpenAI in this case, instead of a huge one where we will exceed the token limitation. I use GPT for our mini model for the moment. I will store it to the config as well, actually. That's a good idea. And yeah, I will publish it on my GitHub. So if you follow me, you will see when I will publish it. I just need to make a few other changes so it's fully stable, and that's my GitHub. So you can just type ph-7 and you will see me. Don't forget the dash. And again, I wish you a beautiful day. If you are interested to follow the clean code, I will edit the one principle with further information, and also I will mention that I learned with the one sync principle from Uncle Bob. It's always nice to mention him. And it was actually back in 2015 where at my company at that time, we were watching one Uncle Bob video every week. It was really fun, every Monday. Yeah, he had like a Uncle Bob clean code videos. You had to pay for them, and we had all of the videos, and it was really fun. So yeah, I hope this was helpful, and I wish you a happy coding. Bye bye.